Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm actually really excited to be making this video. I know I've been away for a couple of days. Needless to say, I have failed the 75 Hard YouTube channel and I am back at it tomorrow / tomorrow. This video will be going up tomorrow, which I'm really excited for. It's just been really tough because I was in a bad habit of making my videos last minute, not putting the proper effort and time into them that they deserve, and as a result was staying up super late, just trying to get things done last minute. Actually, I should get into the content of what this video is going to be about. Today is a little life update. I have so much to update you on. Baby, we got our NIP test results back, work, like what I'm doing for work over the next few months, and the implications of that. And 75 Hard, stuff like that. So welcome back, lovely to have you all. I'm Grace the Sinner. If you see blood on my dress, don't mind that. It's just a natural result of being a mum. I turned around, my son was playing with a grater, there was blood everywhere. He's fine now, it's all good, but lots of cuddles and as a result lots of blood on me. How am I going to do it with two? I'm currently 11 weeks pregnant, 11 and a half, which is super exciting, and praise God, we got our NIPT test results back, which is so exciting. God's been really kind in that there is seemingly no evidence for any trisomy or chromosomal issues. None of those were detected, and which has been really great. We also found out the gender, but I'll be talking about that in another video. I might post the video ahead of time on my TikTok account of the gender reveal, because that was really cute. Pregnancy is going well. I'm starting to feel more solid in my midsection. I don't think I'm showing per se, but I've still got that kind of postpartum belly from last time, but it feels a little more justified now. My husband says I'm showing, but I don't think so. I just think I'm still got a little chub left from breastfeeding and postpartum last time. Oh, it's not chub, it's protection. It is stores in case I starve myself for some reason and still need to feed my baby. So that's that. So yes, that's been a kind of a pregnancy update. It's a singleton pregnancy, which is great. Hopefully that will make me, in a sense, a good candidate for a private home birth. I've been really concerned about preeclampsia lately. I've been reading a lot of women's stories and really familiarising myself with kind of the system and how the system reacts to preeclampsia. I don't think I exactly need to advocate for myself, since I already have a pre-established team from my last birth, who I will be seeing in about a week for an update with them. In terms of work, I resigned from my job. I had my final day on Friday, a couple of days ago. It's Sunday today, which was really exciting. It was really relieving. And there was a time there where my husband and I were like, okay, it's time to be a stay-at-home mum, which was, in a sense, it was a tough decision because I'd actually already applied for a job before I'd left my previous one, and I was actually going to start on the following Monday from the Friday. But then we really started to sit with the implications that the baby's viable, and we won't be losing them, which is really exciting. But also the fact that I'll only be able to work for 6 months and then I'll have to stop, and that's if everything goes well with potential health complications. And to me, I kind of really struggled with that fact that I would be starting something and wouldn't be able to finish it. And so I let them know. I was like, hey guys, I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to resign from my position, because on the Thursday I'd met with my doctor and gotten the results from the ultrasound that we'd done a few weeks ago. Like, ultrasound results were delayed. And I don't put my trust in test results like that. But that final confirmation was kind of the man-made confirmation that I needed to secure what I already knew intuitively, that this baby's going to be okay, at least with this. And so from there we were like, all right, what do we do? do I start the job and then spring it on them in a few months that, hey, by the way, I need to resign in like 10 weeks? Or do we be upfront? And if you saw my other video talking about the steps to being a stay-at-home mum, I had actually gotten those personally because I followed those myself. And so my husband and I had a conversation. We did a budget, and we were like, yeah, I think it's right for me to stay at home. And so eventually I informed the workplace. They were fantastic. They came around and they're like, we're happy to offer you part-time, fully remote. And I was like, that would actually be amazing. Yes, please. And so, yes, that was a conversation with my husband and I, and we were like, okay, I think this is the best of both worlds, in which I get to be a little bit more intentional with my pregnancy. But we also have a little bit of side cash in kind of the lead up to the birth. And so we're able to make financial decisions, like potentially having a private midwife, if that's what I desire. Because if we hadn't, I would have either had to go into the MGP program or fractured care if I wanted to be seen by a hospital, or I could just do a wild pregnancy again, which is alluring. I will put that out there. I would honestly rather a wild pregnancy over fractured care, because it's just really tough bouncing from provider to provider. And it's really sad that that's our standard model of care in Australia, but that's what you get when your taxes pay for your healthcare. So that's currently where I am with work. I was almost a stay-at-home mum, but now I'm a quasi stay-at-home mum. And even then, not really, because I have my business that I'm working on. I have little side creative projects as well that I love working on. In April, I would love to do some book writing. That would be amazing. I would love to join Camp NaNoWriMo, even though I have some struggles with the organisation as a whole. That would be a project that I'd like to take on creatively. So there's a lot that I have to navigate. On top of that, 75 hard. I know I posted a video about it, the water component being the toughest part of 75 hard. And what I found with a lot of my days was I was getting to the end of the day and I had only drunk 1 to 2 litres of water, and then I had to spend the entire night for the next 6 hours drinking the remaining water. And that often pushed me until sometimes at like 2 a.m. in the morning. Now, sometimes that's it with 75 hard. You have to just do a couple of nights which get really, really late. That's the nature of the program and the nature of the life that you live. However, this was becoming a daily occurrence, and as a result, my husband would have to wake up early to look after our son so I could get a couple of extra hours of sleep. And in your first trimester, that's not how you should be functioning. You need to be getting sleep. Sleep is super critical for the development of your kids' organs, their bone structure. Like, it's super critical. And honestly, I kind of regret doing it in that way, because now I've missed out on a very important part of my pregnancy and I've neglected a critical part of my pregnancy. And so I decided to stop until I figured out the water issue. Until I actually get on top of the water issue, I don't want to do 75 hard again. In saying that as well, though, brother, it is so good for you. Like, my nausea was amazing first trimester. Of course, I would have serious spikes of it. Of course, I would struggle with food. Of course, I was exhausted all the time. But I was actually getting so much more done than I have been in like the last half week without the program. I'm just noticing it so much, and I'm just so much more inclined to eat junk food when I don't have that excuse of a program that I'm sticking to, which I find is really disappointing. It shows you how strong your self-discipline is without like an external motivation to stick to. Technically, it's an internal motivation because you're the one doing the program and you're the one holding yourself accountable. But that's something very vivid in my mind. I also wasn't eating as well as I would have liked. I didn't have a super defined diet because there was no way I was going to... I really, really struggled with the amount of eating, with a few weeks there of nausea. So I think if I do the program again, which I'm planning to start again tomorrow, I need to be on top of the water. I really, really need to. And I need to be better with my eating. All the other components I can do very well, but those are the two components that I really personally struggle with, which is disappointing, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's something to think about. What else? Yes, the 75 Hard YouTube channel. I do want to start that back up again. I've really missed speaking with you guys, chatting with you guys. And since then, one of my videos on TikTok has done very, very well. And people have shared some incredible experiences, which I really want to sit down and set some proper time going through and dedicating to. Because you guys have interested me with your stories, some really beautiful stories, some really heartbreaking stories. And it's so important to realize how fleeting life is, how quickly it rolls, how quickly it goes. And so I'd really like to chat with y'all about that, hopefully soon in an upcoming video. Anyway, this week is going to be massive, lots of big projects on their way. Thankfully I have tomorrow off, but the day after it sounds like I'm starting my new job, which is really exciting, really overwhelming, very big. And yeah, looking forward to it all. Anyway, grace and peace. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow.